Hey everyone, I'm Shaguna Duolowu.
And I'm Christina Guerrero. All right, getting lunch or a cup of coffee at a drive-thru? Sure. But how about a job?
Jimmy Rhodes says drive-thru job interviews are just one more crazy thing that's been spawned by the pandemic.
Well, grab your resume and a mask. How to nail the drive-thru job interview. That's our featured story at the top of the list.
We've got drive-through coronavirus testing, curbside food, and contactless shopping where someone puts a package in your trunk and you drive away. So the drive-through job interview was inevitable, right?
I guess you could compare it to a drive-through wedding in Vegas.
Recruiting expert Jackie Ducci is the author of Almost Hired, what's really standing between you and the job you want.
These drive-throughs are more for entry level, for hourly positions, maybe part-time roles. The hiring manager has to see who fits the criteria for the role, who doesn't. Boom, 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 in or out.
So you've got to stand out.
There are definitely things that you can do to make a good impression.
And we're running them down. For starters, you don't need to roll up in a Bentley.
Everybody's worried about the type of car that they're driving. It's almost like your car is an extension of your outfit, right? It's part of that first impression.
They shouldn't judge the year, make, or model of your car.
But now they're seeing your vehicle. It's kind of strange. They've got something else to judge whether they should be or not. It's going to happen. So I would be concerned about just making sure it's neat and tidy and pulled together.
Hey, your car's your car. Just make sure it's not a mess.
Run it through the car wash. Make sure there's not a lot of junk kicking around in the interior. So things like that, that visual impression still matters.
So bust out the ShamWow and make your ride shine. Next, unless you're rolling up with tinted windows, they can still see you. So you gotta still dress for success.
I think it's always better to err on the side of dressing a little more professional than less.
Try to match the company's vibe.
If it's a law firm and they're all very buttoned up and formal all the time, you're gonna dress different than if you're going for an interview at a startup where they're all wearing jeans. So, use your judgment a little bit, but it is an interview even though it's unconventional.
And keep in mind that this is new for everyone involved, so be ready for anything.
Err on the side of being over-prepared because you just aren't going to know till you get there. So have extra copies of your resume, have a pen and paper to write stuff down, have your ID, work samples maybe even, if that's something that's appropriate.
And in situations where you're making the drive-through appointment over the phone,
ask the hiring manager before you go, is there anything I should have with me? What should I expect? And they should be open about that.
Finally, avoid distractions. That's pretty broad. How about my fuzzy dice hanging from the rear view?
You don't want to give them something else to judge.
Should I hit my customized horn that plays La Cucaracha?
I would probably stay off the horn.
Okay, how about I crank up my cassette tape of Tiffany's greatest hits?
Mute your radio. Maybe they don't like your music.
Fine, but you gotta give me this one. When I roll up, can I say, hey, you want fries with that?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
The bottom line?
Just have a go with the flow attitude about it. It's uncomfortable to be sitting in your car and interviewing for something, but it's awkward for the hiring managers too. We're all kind of in this together. So if you can just kind of laugh it off together and just go with it, that's something that will be really appreciated by the employers.
Nailing the drive-through interview is at the top of the list.